An impressive statistic about murder cases is getting a lot of attention tonight. Did St. Louis police really clear 84% of last year's murders? Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. It's a number officials have pointed to as a sign of progress, but when you dig into how it's calculated, the picture gets more complicated. Tonight, political editor Mark Maxwell verifies the claim and explains the gap between cleared cases and cases that end up in court. Mark.
Yeah, it's a big gap. What if I told you that police can consider a murder case cleared even if no one is in custody, prosecutors never file charges, and in some cases, police don't even know where the suspect is? Let's break it down for you for a minute. Police found 141 homicide victims or dead bodies last year. They say they've cleared 117 of them. That's where the 84% comes from. Pretty easy math there. But here's the catch. 32 of those cleared cases were actually murders that happened in 2022, 23, 24, years before. So detectives did identify suspects in those cases during last calendar year, so they're counted in that total. But when you only look at the murders that happened last year, police cleared 85 cases. So that's a clearance rate of about 60%. Let's zoom in even a little bit closer if we can. Out of those 85 cleared cases, prosecutors reviewed the evidence and refused to file charges in 31 of them. Police still consider those cases cleared. But for families of the victims, no one's been charged and the case remains unsolved. So I sat down with this guy, Homicide Commander John Blaskowitz, who was quite candid about how these numbers come together. Is the clearance rate more about measuring detective work or reassuring the public?
I think it's a gauge to show how successful we are as a unit. Some years are better than others, but right now we're riding a wave of success, and I'm really proud of that.
If a case is open, unresolved, and uncharged, should it still count as a success for the department?
Well, we don't. It's counted as an open case.
Oh, but if it's cleared,
so you said an open case. So
but if it's refused,
right,
uncharged, it could also be cleared.
If it's refused,
that's counted in the cleared rate.
Yes, it is. You're accurate with what you just said.
So should that count as a success for the department?
I think what you're asking is, does it mean the story's over? And no, it doesn't. But did the detective do everything he can to solve the case? And the answer to that is yes.
Look, undoubtedly, solving murders and bringing killers to justice is tough work. We are also hearing from Gabe Gore's office tonight. The circuit attorney says, quote, the crime numbers that the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department presented during yesterday's press conference demonstrate to him that the policing strategies Chief Tracy has put into place are working. Gore says he's excited to see that during the last 3 years, we've seen nearly across the board reductions in violent crime.